Biometric controls. The auditor should evaluate the costs and benefits of biometric controls. Generally, this would be most appropriate where highly sensitive data are accessed by a very limited number of users. So, ayun nga, sabi dito na yung auditor, kailangan mo nang evaluate yung cost and benefits ng biometric controls. Kasi included dito yung mga authentication procedures na ginagamitan ng devices, which is minimeasure yung various personal characteristics dito sa biometrics control. Importante siya kasi limited number of users lang. Inference controls. The auditor should verify that database query controls exist to prevent unauthorized access via inference. The auditor can test controls by simulating access by a sample of users and attempting to retrieve unauthorized data via inference queries. So, bali yung inference controls, di ba ito yung nagpa-preserve ng confidentiality and integrity ng isang database. Tapos, ito rin yung nag-prevent sa mga users na nagtatanong through query features. Encryption controls. The auditor should verify the sensitive data, such as passwords, are properly encrypted. Printing the file contents to hard copy can do this. Ayan, sabi dito na kailangan encrypted or may password yung sensitive data para hindi ma-access ng kung sino-sino lang. Backup controls. Data can be corrupted and destroyed by malicious acts from external hackers, disgruntled employees, disk failure, program errors, fires, floods, and earthquakes. To recover from such disasters, organizations must implement policies, procedures, and techniques that systematically and routinely provided backup copies of critical files. So, itong backup control, nag-refer siya sa copying of physical or virtual files or databases to a secondary location for preservation in case na mabura ito unintentionally or magkaroon ng failures sa mga devices or sa machines. Backup controls in the flat file environment. The backup technique employed will depend on the media and the file structure. Sequential files, both tape and disk, use a backup technique called grandparent-child or GPC. This backup technique is an integral part of the master file update process. Direct access files, by contrast, need a separate backup procedure. Both methods are outlined below. Diba ang sabi nung unang reporter doon sa flat file environment, pinopromote nito ang single user view approach. Since isa lang yung nakaka-access nito, mas mabuti na meron itong backup. So, yung technique na gagamitin or backup technique ay ang GPC or grandparent child. Bale, yung backup procedure ay magsisimula. Ito, yung GPC backup technique. Bale, yung procedure magsisimula dito sa original master file or parent. Tapos, ipaprocess kay transaction file which is makakabuo ng updated program or new master file or also known as child. So, itong child na to, papalit siya dun sa pwesto ni parent. Tapos, itong original master file or parent, pupunta siya sa pwesto ng grandparent or master file or pwede ring backup file. Tapos, matapos yung yung procedure na yon, magpapaulit-ulit hanggang sa makakreate sila ng generations of backup files. Tapos, kapag na-reach na nila yung desired number ng backup copies, yung oldest backup file is mabubura. Tapos, kapag yung current master file naman yung na-destroy or naging corrupted, yung current backup file naman yung magre-reproduce nun. Direct access file backup. Data values in direct access files are changed in place through a process called destructive replacement. Therefore, once a data value is changed, the original value is destroyed, leaving only one version, the current version of the file. To provide backup, direct access files must be copied before being updated. So dito sa direct access file backup, mayroong process na tinatawag na destructive replacement na kapag yung data value ay na-update na or napalitan, yung original value is madedestroy na. Tapos, isang current version lang yung maiiwan dito. Kaya to provide backup, kailangan yung direct access files ay makopya muna bago i-update. So, the timing of the direct access backup, yung procedures, nakadepende siya sa processing method na gagamitin. Backup of files in batch systems is usually scheduled prior to the update process. Offsite storage. As an added safeguard, backup files created under both the GPC and direct access approaches should be stored offsite. Tapos, kailangang i-verify ni auditor dito yung copies ng mga critical applications and operating system since i-stored nila yon offsite. And dapat din i-verify ni auditor na kung yung in-store ba nila na application ay yung current version ba. Audit objective relating to flat file backup. Verify that backup controls in place are effective in protecting data files from physical damage, loss, accidental erasure, and data corruption through system failures and program errors. So, ayun, ang sabi lang dito na dapat nakasecure yung backup controls nila and malayo sa mga possible na mangyari doon sa mga data files. Audit procedures for testing flat file backup controls. Number 1, yung sequential file GPC backup. The auditor should select a sample of systems and determine from the system documentation that the number of GPC backup files specified for each system is adequate. Basta, ang sabi lang dito na yung sample system na pipiliin ay determine doon sa number ng GPC backup files and dapat acceptable yung system. Kasi kung di acceptable yung system, may chance na mabura yung isang file and may chance na hindi na siya ma-recover due to some types of failure. Number 2, backup transaction files. The auditor should verify through physical observation the transaction files used to reconstruct the master files are also retained. Dito naman, i-verify ni auditor kung yung transaction file ba ay kaya pang ma-reconstruct ang master file since siya yung backup. Number 3, direct access file backup. The auditor should select a sample of applications and identify the direct access files being updated in each system. Number 4, offsite storage. The auditor should verify the existence and adequacy of offsite storage. This audit procedure may be performed as part of the review of the disaster recovery plan or computer center operation controls. So, dito, yung figure 4.22. So, ito na ngayon sa kapag yung transaction and update program ay na-process, nakakabuo ng master file. Tapos, magkakaroon ng backup program. Tapos, yung master file or original value, kusang madedestroy. Tapos, dahil real-time processing system siya, yung backup program, i-reprocess niya yung backup master file para ma-restore ulit yung program or yung master file. Dito naman sa batch processing system, pinapakita lang dito na bago i-update yung master file, binackupan muna agad nila. Ito, may master file din dito. Tapos dito, bago i-process yung transaction file, saka update program. binackupan na agad nila. Backup controls in the database environment. Since data sharing is a fundamental objective of the database approach, this environment is particularly vulnerable to damage from individual users. Dito, isang unauthorized procedure lang or one malicious act, pwede na niya agad ma-damage yung entire user community of its information resources. Number 1, backup. Dito, fini-feature niya yung periodic backup of the entire database, which is automatic procedure ito na need i-perform at least once a day. And the backup copy should be stored in secure remote area. Number 2, transaction log journal. Dito naman, list siya ng mga audit trail of all process transactions. Dito, makikita yung transaction log file and mga records resulting changes to the database in a separate database change log. Number 3, checkpoint feature. Suspends all data processing while the system reconciles the transaction log and the database change log against the database. Number 4, recovery module. Uses the logs and backup files to restart the system after a failure. Figure 4.23, dito pinapakita lang yung mga nakapaloob sa entire database management. Yung transaction log, yung separate database change log, yung backup database, and the security, ay yung backup database, pati na rin yung current database. Audit objective relating to database backup. Verify that controls over the data are sufficient to preserve the integrity and physical security of the database. Audit procedures for testing database backup controls. The auditor should verify na gumagana ng maayos yung backup controls in case na magkaroon ng problema about doon sa data files. The auditor should verify that automatic backup procedures are in place and functioning, and that copies of the database are stored off-site for further security.